Hello and welcome to another episode of this FIFA 19 career mode with Crewe Alexandra. It's season 2 episode 5 and today we move into January of our League 1 campaign, but we're stopping off for an FA Cup game. We're away to the mighty Spurs before playing at home to Luton Town, our promotion rivals this season. That's right, and before we kick off today, we need to let you know that we're changing up the format slightly for these episodes now. We're going to be playing more from highlight modes rather than showing you a live commentary, just because I'm aware that I keep possession a lot in these games and it's not the most entertaining to watch. So we're just going to show you attacking highlights from the two games, which gives us more time to focus on action off the pitch. You can see we're coming towards the end of January, so we're going to have a deadline day special as well. There's one player we're hoping to sign, but we need to raise funds first, so hopefully we'll be able to do that too. So we're getting to that Spurs game and we'll be back in a second with news of the lineup. Here we go then, we're playing a full strength team, we're risking it even though we've got a league game in 3 days and we'll rotate for that one if we have to. We've got a Campos in goal, McQueen and Justin are the fullbacks with Ampadu and Litowski centre half. Manjek's in the holding role, Gibbs, Whiten and Panzu are either side of the diamond and Kirilov's in behind Morris and Pohl after he returned from injury last week. Let's get into the game and we'll be back in a moment with the kickoff. Into the big game, our biggest game of the career so far, away to Spurs. I'm presuming this is what their new stadium will look like when it ever opens. A fantastic looking ground on here if that's what they're replicating in real life. So absolutely lovely stuff. A big game for us and a big reward for these players after a hard fought season. We'll get into the game and we'll be back in a second with highlights from the match. I'm imagining most of them will be for Spurs. Here's Harry Kane bringing it forward to Edwards. There's a couple of the younger players in the squad for Spurs today, but they've still got Ali, Son and Kane, so they can't be too bad. Here's James Justin bringing it away down the right. He finds Panzu. Up to Carlton, Morris and Kirilov. Kirilov's got an overlap from McQueen. We've got to try and get him behind, but no one's making that run yet. He does find Kirilov down the left-hand side. Waiting to get the ball in, trying to get back on his right foot. Delivers into Carlton Morris. Diving header, and it's in after just 6 minutes. Carlton Morris has scored, and Panzu's running away to celebrate. So I don't know if it deflected off him. If it did, surely he was offside. But we don't care. We're 1-0 up, and let's look at the replay. Kirilov with that run, cutting on his right. It's brilliant stuff. It didn't touch Panzu, I'm pretty sure of it. It's a Carlton Morris goal, but Panzu's been given it. I'm so sure he didn't touch that. Let me know down in the comments if you can work out why that's not a Carlton Morris goal. But with just a few minutes gone, we lead 1-0 at Tottenham Hotspur. Pohl's come all the way back to get the throw in from Justin in the right back area. And can we start a counter-attack from here? No, we can't. That's why strikers shouldn't be at the back. But Son's won it back and deliver for Kane. And Pardu's so strong and wins it at the back. Great header away. And we managed to survive that threatening moment. Probably the first of the match. Kieran Tierney wins the ball back on halfway for Son. He finds Dele Alli and now Son again. Their movement's absolutely brilliant off the ball. Almeida down the line towards Edwards. And now Kirilov's chasing back as quick as he can. Edwards into the box to Dele Alli. Harry Kane shoots. And it's 1-1 after 20 minutes. What a wonderful team goal from Spurs. We can't keep up with the flashy movement. It's been absolutely fantastic. But to be 1-1 at this point we're delighted with. And if we could get a replay out of this game, it would be one hell of an achievement. We've got Morgan Gibbs-White making a run out of defence there. Here he is to Pohl. He's intercepted the first time and it's one back. Here's Dele Alli in a threatening position for Spurs. 30 yards out, we've given him too much time. Edwards with a shot. And what a goal that is from Spurs. And that's the sort of quality we just can't cope with. They're Premier League class. And when Dele Alli, Harry Kane and Marcus Edwards link up like that, there is absolutely nothing we can do about it. McQueen down the left-hand side. He's waiting for Kirilov to make that run. He does again. Kirilov's cutting inside. He's got Morris if he can find him. One touch, tries to curl it, but he's intercepted very quickly. Brilliant defending from Spurs. I think it's Eric Bailly they've signed, the old Man United centre-half in real life. And now Dele Alli gets it to Son. Harry Kane, 3 brilliant players. And it looks like the same Spurs as real life. They'll rotate their side, but Harry Kane has to stay in there most of the time. Campos with the throw out to McQueen. He goes down the line to Morgan Gibbs-White. We've got the ball inside to Morris. We're trying to hold it up, waiting for a runner from McQueen, which we've got. He finds Kirilov, holds the ball up and turns. He finds Morgan Gibbs-White now. Now we've got it to Morris again and then Panzu. Out to the right-hand side to Justin, who's got a little bit of space. Cuts inside to Kirilov, though. Finds Morgan Gibbs-White, and now Sam McQueen on the overlap. Low cross to Pole. What a wonderful move and wonderful goal. We're level on the stroke of half-time, and that is possibly the best team goal we've produced in this game so far. In the whole series, in fact. A wonderful team move, and Yannick Pole's at the back post to finish the McQueen cross. It's going to be half-time any second, and we've managed to strike level at 2-2 away at the mighty Tottenham Hotspur. There is the whistle, in fact. We managed to get level on the stroke of half-time. What a first half effort from the lads, and we'll be back in a moment for the second half. Litowski wins it back for us for McQueen. And Pardew, can we start a counter-attack with Pelly Ruddock? Finds Kirilov running through the midfield between the lines there. Pole's making a run behind the centre half. Gets there with a good first touch. Tries to cut inside. Goes for the shot on his left. And it's saved easily by Gazaniga. But another lovely counter-attack from us. Manjek's coming forward down the middle of the pitch. Tries to find McQueen on the left. First touch is a cut inside. He's got a run from Kirilov on the edge. Overlap from Pole. Tries to find Ruddock. It was a pass too many. And Gazaniga will clear it out wide. And it falls straight for Justin. He finds Pole. Now it's got Carlton Morris holding it up. Morgan Gibbs-White touch and curling shot. But it's awfully wide. And we'll make some substitutions. Kirilov's knackered and it's only his third game back. So we're going to replace him. I don't know if we've got someone to bring on. I think we'll go for Jones this time perhaps. We will. We're going to bring Ainley on for Morgan Gibbs-White on that left side of the 4. We'll put Pelly Ruddock into the number 10. And McQueen's going to be replaced by Dan Potts as we just tried to see out the last few minutes with some fresh legs. Spurs with a goal kick with Gazaniga out to Kieran Tierney, the left back. Foyth with a switch of play towards Edwards, but it's poor and Pelly Ruddock can win the header. Carlton Morris has got Pole running off him. It's a really poor first touch, but he finds Pelly Ruddock on the overlap. Manjek of all people's in the middle, but the low cross is cleared away and it's cleared by Spurs eventually. Edwards on the middle, goes down the right hand side to Almeida. He's trying to get the ball into the box. It's a great cross, but James Jones the subs there and he flicks it away to Ainley. Ainley finds Manjek. Matic is closing him down, the former United man, but the whistle goes and we've managed to get a replay at home against Spurs. What a result at the new Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, and we couldn't be more proud of that one. We'll be back in a second for the next game, our home to Luton Town in the league. Okay, we're back for our second game, a league tie against Luton Town. Obviously I support them in real life, but the reason we're here for this one is they're 5th in the league, we're 3rd. There's 2 points separating us. The top of the league, it's 5 points between the top 6. It's anyone's game for this season. Obviously Birmingham and Sunderland are the favourites, given the size of the club and the financial resources they have. But there's nothing to stop us trying, and if we can keep up our current form, we should do okay. We've got a really good side. Some of our youngsters are developing well now, so fingers crossed if we can keep a few of them fit, we'll be alright. Obviously it's a midweek game after the Tottenham tie, so we will have to rotate a few, and we'll be back in a second with news of the lineup. Okay, we've had to rotate a few due to fatigue, but we've largely got our first side out. The changes come at left back where Dan Potts is in for McQueen. 2 in midfield. We've kept Kirilov in despite his tiredness because rather controversially he may be the one that we have to sacrifice on deadline day. So Jones and Saunders come in and it's Pelly Ruddock who drops out alongside Morgan Gibbs-White. Ruddock's on the bench, Gibbs-White out of the 18 entirely. We've kept the front 2 in because we've got MK Dons at the weekend, which should be a team that are weaker. We can rotate a bit more against them if need be. But let's get into our second game of the day and we'll be back in a second with the kickoff. Okay, it's kickoff time in this top of the table clash. We're playing Luton Town. I think this is a home game for us. We played them away earlier in the season on camera. We've got a few of our stars out, but most of them are still in the 11. So we'll get into the game and we'll be back in a second with highlights from the first half. Throwing on the left with Carlton Morris. He finds Dan Potts and now Saunders. He's got a bit of space to run into here. Goes back inside to Kirilov though. He's got an overlap from Potts. Tries to cross it in low. Wonderful ball in. But Stetch does brilliantly to come and claim ahead of Pole, who was waiting to tap in just like he did at Spurs. His clearance only finds Kirilov though. Now Luke Berry coming over halfway for Luton. He finds McCormack to Berry again. James Collins, the target man, holds it up. A wonderful hard-working striker. Here he goes again. He's got Shinnie running off him. Luton playing some fantastic football here. Pearson on the overlap from left back into the area unopposed, but the cross is blocked and Saunders will hack it away. Pole goes up at the halfway, but it's lost out and it's gone to Shinnie again. Here's Collins. He finds Jervis. Collins again to McCormack. Goes for the shot, but it's straight out of Campos, who can claim it comfortably. Justin finds it inside to Kirilov. He's got to run from Potts on the left, but it's a poor ball and it's going to be intercepted by Stacey. McCormack gives it away though, not for the first time today, and that means we've got Carlton Morris in as the target man. Holding the ball up, waiting for a runner. He tries to find him, but McCormack intercepts and Sheehan will clear it away via Stacey, and now McCormack again. Back to Stacey, the right back for Luton. Here's Sheehan, gets it away to McCormack. McCormack to Samuel as they're coming forward on the counter. Jervis holding the ball up for Shinnie. He finds Luke Berry. They're coming forward at speed, but Manjek intercepts, and now Jones. He finds Yannick Pohl. Holds the ball up with Morris. Morris tries to switch it and it's poor again. This has been a real low quality game. Two good strong defences, but no real attacking intent. Here's James Collins for Luton, finds Jervis. Jervis has got a runner, tries to get Stacey in behind, but Ocampos is quick off his line to gather, and that's comfortable stuff for us. Ocampos rolls it out to Litowski. In fact, it goes all the way to Manjek. It's a bit misplaced. Here's Kirilov to Ampadu. Out to Dan Potts, the left back. He finds Saunders, and now Kirilov. Up to the target man in Morris. Finds Pohl. He's got a runner off him in Kirilov. Kirilov's waiting for Morris to run in behind. He does, but it's just a bit too far behind him. Into Potts. He's got a man in the box if he can find him. Cuts it back to Morris. Shoots first time. Wonderful save by Stetch. And on the stroke of half time, we've been denied a great opportunity to take the lead and have to settle for a corner. Wonderful stuff by the Luton keeper. James Jones will deliver the ball into the box. Finds the centre half, does he? Just lost out in the air, and it's fallen to Manjek on the left-hand side. He's going to swing it back in towards Kirilov. Grey header rattles the bar, and it's cleared away. How have Luton survived at the end of the half? The whistle goes, and it's still 0-0. But what a brilliant finish to the half, and a combination of the woodwork and their keeper are keeping them in the game. We'll be back in a moment for highlights from the second half. It's James Collins with a kick-off for Luton in this second period. Finds McCormack, goes back, and they're just building from the back again, trying to regain a bit of control after a sloppy end to the half for them, where we almost took the lead if it wasn't for the keeper and the woodwork. They're coming forward with James Collins. Shinnie gets the ball forward to Jervis. Jervis into Shinnie again, goes for the shot, does he know Ampadu's there? He's been absolutely revolutionised in the last couple of months and has cleared the ball away for a throw-in. Here's Shinnie with a throw in an attacking area on the left for Luton. Finds James Collins, who holds it up well. He's intercepted but gets the ball in the box still. Saunders heads away, and for the second time off the line. Stacey on the edge to bury it, deflects, and Ocampos manages to gather it. Dangerous signs early in the half for us. We've got a goal kick with the Campos. Let's try and build a move from the back. Started raining very heavily now and the pitch is holding up a bit. Tends to be when we're in our worst form, these type of conditions we struggle in. Manjek gets it back to Ampadu. We've got to be a bit more patient now with Potts. Inside to Kirilov. He's found Manjek and now the ball's forward to Pohl. Got Morris running off him. Holds it up well. Tries to beat Sheehan, but Sheehan's too good for him and has got it back to the goalkeeper. Passed it away. Very risky ball, but it gets away with it. Manjek closing down, but isn't going to get there. Pearson comes forward in the left back area to Berry. Now James Collins finds Berry again, running off him on the left-hand side. He's cutting inside to Collins. Collins down that left channel. Beats his man, gets it into the box to Shinnie. And Pardu's trying to close it, gets the block in again. The second header's off the line from Potts. It's into the area and it's cleared long by Manjek. Not a beautiful flowing football out of defence, but we've just done enough to keep the ball at 0-0. And get it away from the goal more importantly. The ball's out to the right for Stacey for Luton. Gives it away to Morris and now we can counter. Morris is a bit slow there but tries to find Pohl. Beats Sheehan to get in behind. Oh, it's got to be a foul. It's got to be a red. He's in one-on-one. Sheehan's committed the foul. Don't know why he's balled, but it had to be a red. He's only given a yellow. He's outside the area. He's through one-on-one and he's just brought him down deliberately. Pohl had him for legs. Look at that. It's got to be a red card. There's no intent to win the ball and we were through with a clear goal scoring opportunity. Luton have made a change with Hilton coming on for Jervis and we're going to make a view of our own before the free kick. Kirilov's knackered again. We're going to take him off. We've got a couple of options, so Ainley will come on and Jones will go into that more advanced role. We normally switch Ainley to the left of the four-man diamond, so he'll do that again. We don't really have many other tired legs. I'm going to give Manjek a rest. He's just starting to drop off at his current age. Mason will come on for him and Ampadu will move into the holding role in midfield. The only other one I'd really like to take off is Justin, but I don't have a sub option. So we're going to do Carlton Morris, who's a little bit tired. We're going to bring Panico, the youngster, on for him and hopefully we can have a little bit more pace in behind. Let's get back into the action. We've got a free kick and we're going to try and work a goal from it. We always go short with these balls just to try and do something a bit different, but that's absolutely atrocious and it's cleared away for a throw-in. Not the best bit of football you'll ever see from us. Throwing from Pole to Justin. He finds Ampadu. Now Ainley the substitute. He's trying to keep the ball in midfield there. He's under pressure but finds Ampadu. Ampadu's got a bit of space. We're going to go for a shot. Hits it. Hits the post. What an effort from Ethan Ampadu. But it's cleared away via the post. Wonderful effort, and it just proves he could step into midfield as he gets the ball again now on the edge of the centre circle. Jones tries to get it in behind, but it's a poor pass, and Luton will bring the ball away. Ampadu in the centre circle to Saunders. He gets it out to the right to Justin, and Saunders again. One last chance to get a good attack in probably. Ainley with a touch. He's intercepted, but he's won it back again. Great determination from the lad to Potts. He's going to get the ball into the box in the air. Panico's there, but he's just ahead of him, and he can't quite get on the end of the skidding ball. Oh, the weather conditions stopped that cross from being perfect, and unfortunately Luton will clear away. 30 seconds of stoppage time left. Samuel finds Berry, and that is the final whistle. We rattled the woodwork twice. Stetch made one brilliant save, and we were just a whisker away of getting on the end of a perfect cross to finish off the match in style there. But another good performance, 0-0 against one of the best defences in the league, and we're quite happy with that from the 2 games we've played. We'll be back in a moment for news from transfer deadline day. Okay, it's transfer deadline day. There's 10 hours left of the window. Let's take you through what we want to do today. We've got our sights set on one signing. If I take you into the transfer hub so we can see him, he's a really good player, Tristan Nyden from Ipswich Town. He's a 68 rated central midfielder who can cover at left back as well. He's got some really good attributes, importantly a very good stamina, good sprint speed, acceleration, and would be the perfect sort of man for the left side of our diamond, which would allow us to push on Morgan Gibbs-White into the number 10 role. However, unfortunately we don't have much money at the club, so we haven't got enough to buy him at the moment. We need to raise another 500,000-600,000, and to do that we've put a couple of lads on the transfer list, and we might be willing to let 1 or 2 others go. So Kirilov is the man we put on there. He's been getting injured quite a lot. He's into his late 20s now. We lose him to international duty quite regularly, which obviously wouldn't be a problem with an English lad in the 60s. Obviously he's naturally a left winger, so he doesn't quite fit into our style of play, so it does seem sensible to replace it with someone more natural for a central diamond. We have got other options in the reserves that we could let go as well. There's people in the low 60s that have reached almost all of their development now, so the likes of Ng and Ainley, and also Dre as well, but they are all players that are homegrown at the club, so we want to look after them where possible. There's a few of the youngsters we want to loan out, and players like Riley and Hunt that have been on the transfer list for ages, but we just cannot get them out of the club, no matter how hard we try. The only other one I would consider selling is Jordan Bowery. He's been really good for us, particularly last season, but he is towards the end of his 20s now. He's the worst of the 4 strikers in terms of rating, and he is starting to drop in acceleration and stamina terms. Very slowly indeed. He's still got another good year in him at 28, but he would be one of the other ones I'd be willing to sacrifice should we need to in the end of this window. So let's go to our transfer offer. I can see that we already had one for Kirilov and Ray. Ray's is 490,000, Kirilov 560. So let's see how far we can work this up. If we can try and be greedy and get enough money in, then we can go for Tristan Nyden. He's on £4,500 a week, Nyden's on 3, so hopefully those wages would pay for each other. But let's try and negotiate this. We know the Chinese clubs have a lot of money, and hopefully they'll be willing to invest it. Here we go then, we're into the negotiations. Not my favourite part of FIFA 19, but we're just going to try and get a transfer fee up. So we're going to go straight up all the way to 750,000. It's a risk, I know, but we're not too worried about keeping him. It's just what we're going for. They're only willing to pay 560. He's worth 600, so let's see if we can go halfway in between. We're going to go for 650,000, knowing that he's in his late 20s. One more chance, what happens here? They'll match it. That's what we wanted to see. 650,000 for Kirilov, and we've just got to hope it goes through early enough that we can then get Tristan Nyden in, or we will be a bit short for the rest of the season. Okay, we've added Bowery to the transfer list as well. Let's add an hour and see what happens. We had offers for Bowery earlier in the window, but they weren't quite good enough, so we'll see what happens now. Oliver Skip's been interested by FC Bayern. We're not going to do anything with that. He's rated a bit too lowly for us. We rejected a bid for Justin because it was over £1 million, but he's our best right back and has still got potential. 9 hours to go, and we need that Kirilov deal to go through. 8 hours left now. Who's gone? Has he finally gone? He hasn't. It's Callum Ainley that there's an offer for this time. They want him for more than Kirilov, but unfortunately he's on a much lower wage and he's worth more in the future because he's still going to develop. We rejected 800,000, so we're not going to do that. We always have a bit of an affiliation with our homegrown talents, and hopefully we can get this Kirilov deal over the line quickly. There we go, Kirilov's gone, but we haven't been given enough money. Oh, what's gone on now? Hopefully the wage has gone up as well. Let's see what it looks like now. 1.02 million with 6,000 in the wage budget. So in terms of transfers with Neidham, I don't think that's going to be enough. We will have a little look very quickly. He's worth 68. They want 1.15 million. So we're going to have to do a lot of negotiating to get this one over the line. In we go then. We'll see what we can do for Ipswich. Hopefully they'll be nice to us. We'll try and be polite to them. We might have to add a sell-on clause to get this one over the line. Although I don't like to do that for under 21 players. Let's offer a transfer fee then. We're going to go for an initial 1 million. I don't know if I can do anything else and add a sell-on clause. Not that high of course, but we'll try and add 5% and just see if that works out for them. Submit the offer and fingers crossed. That's a fair offer. I tell you what, I could have gone lower. And now I'm suddenly a little bit more optimistic about this. We've still got 20,000 in the transfer kitty, which hopefully will pay for a little bit of his signing on fee. And we've got some wage budget left too. Right, let's go and negotiate with him, see if we can get a wage deal agreed, and hopefully he'll be able to deliver for us within budget, although I've got a feeling it might be out of our league. Starting to discuss his place at the club, let's say important, hopefully he'll be happy with that. He is, so he doesn't want to be a crucial player, which should keep the wage down a little bit. In terms of contract length, we want to keep him for as long as possible. I've not been able to negotiate more than 3 yet, so we'll stick with 3 for now. He's happy with that, we're more than happy to proceed. They don't want a release clause, we're going to be happy to accept that, and please say that he's going to offer us a wage. Oh no. I hate having to do this bit. We're going to offer 3,000 just because that's what he's on now. And we're also going to ask to add a signing bonus. I don't know what we've got available. 20,000 I think. We'll try and offer 30 and see if it'll allow us. I think it will. I think we might have to go a bit higher. Let's do 40. Fingers crossed we'll submit the offer and let's just hope he doesn't walk away. It's a fair offer. He's happy with that. We have got Tristan Neidham. It's an exchange for Kirilov. He's rated 2 attribute points higher and he's more natural for our diamond role. He joins the club and we have got exactly what we wanted out of this deadline day. A slight upgrade in 1 more position and we are looking like we're on for promotion. What a fantastic deadline day to finish off the episode. The rest of the window doesn't matter. We've got no more business to do. Neidham comes in there with Gibbs White moving into the number 10. Neidham's got 72 stamina, 75 sprint speed. He's got good dribbling and short passing attributes. And he can cover at left back if we have a disaster. Which does give us options as McQueen's always the most knackered player on the pitch. It makes our bench a lot stronger. If we go to full strength, Jones will come onto the subs bench in place of Griffiths. Ainley will go on in place of Garrett. And when Ng's fully fit, he'll probably go in place of George Ray. Which just means we've got such strength in depth. And for the rest of the season, we can keep Jordan Bowery too. But a fantastic episode overall. If you did enjoy it, please put a thumbs up on the video. Let me know down in the comments what you thought of that Tristan Neidham signing. Do you think I've made the right decision? I certainly do, but I could obviously be the only one thinking that. Subscribe to the channel for daily Football Manager content from my 2 long-term stories. Firstly, the head coach, where we work as a journeyman moving from club to club. We work under a director of football with no say in transfers or contracts. As well as that, our other series, Part of the Furniture with Torquay United. The one club challenge, a bit like this one with Crewe here, but we try to take them from the lowest playable league all the way to the top of English and European football. And then there'll be another video from this series as usual next Friday at 4:30 PM. But a massive thanks for watching this one as always. Let me know if you enjoyed the new format and we'll see you next time.